What's up guys, and welcome. It's InfernoKun here with a Game of Thrones discussion. Now, where are the commoners of Ironrath? Where is Elena and the soldiers, the Glenmores? They're gone as of episode 4. We have no one in Ironrath after Ramsay Snow was in the Great Hall. So, here's my discussion about where the people are and where they could actually be. Now, you can end off episode 4 in 4 different ways. It's like small ways, like who's with you at the end. So, you can have 2 ways with the Glenmore soldiers with you, and then you can have Duncan or Sir Royland. So that's 2 ways for that. Then you can end it off 2 other ways with no Glenmores, and then you have either Duncan or Royland. So that's kind of 4 ways to end off the episode depending on who you have with you. So let's go ahead and talk about no Glenmores first, which is what I chose because I wanted to actually have the Glenmore station in Ironrath to protect what we just won over. So you look at the choices, we have 71.3% ordered the Glenmores to remain at Ironrath. So that's a huge majority who wanted the Glenmores to stay there. So obviously, I don't want Telltale to go ahead and like, oh, the Glenmores have been flayed by Ramsay Snow and everything else, because there was a bit of resistance. You see during this one, an arrow and a bit of blood. So there wasn't much resistance because we don't see any more, with bodies everywhere. And you don't see any, blood anywhere. You see 1 arrow and some blood. So unless Ramsay Snow came in with a huge army and like scared the Glenmores, there wouldn't have been, there would have been more bodies because they would have had much of a fight to go on. But you see here we don't. So where would, what would happen? They probably took everyone prisoner and took them away to actually have this show for Roderick whenever he returns back to Ironrath, and we have, Ramsay and Talia in the Great Hall, and then we have no commoners in Ironrath, no Elena, no soldiers, nothing. So this ending could be a bad thing because we have no soldiers to actually fight now. We don't even have our own troops, so that could be much of a problem too. Now, depending on who you actually chose to come with you to High Point, you have Duncan or Royland. Now, this could be a good thing depending on who you choose. You have Duncan, who's the civilized one who wants to actually negotiate and stuff like that. Then you have Royland, who's actually a good, fighter and the master of arms. So, what good of a master of arms without his troops? We don't have anybody to fight with Royland if we go ahead and try to fight the Boltons or everything else. So, but you do have a little extra protection because Royland is a better swordsman than Duncan. So we'll see how that actually plays out, having these characters actually be in the episode. That's pretty cool. You have a determinate state of Royland and Duncan, so you have different dialogue between them. But I hope Telltale makes their dialogue different, because between them two, their dialogue has been like the exact same. So I hope they actually flesh out their dialogue and make it different. So anyways, you either have Royland or you have Duncan. Now I chose Royland obviously because I was going into High Point with no army. So it would make sense for me to go ahead and bring someone who is good at fighting with me, just in case, anything goes bad. So that's why I did that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the ending where you have the Glenmores with you, at least 5 of them, because you take 5 with you to High Point, and I guess you leave 15 at Ironrath. So I guess you have 5 with you, including Arthur. So you have Arthur with you. Obviously, when he comes back to Ironrath, he's like, Elena, where is she? And you're looking for everybody else, and you do not see any blood or arrow. It doesn't zoom into the blood or the arrow like it does in the other one. So there might have been no resistance at all whenever Ramsay came through with his army. Now, this one can be good because you have the Glenmores with you, at least 5 of them with you, so in case you need more firepower, you have it. You have the Glenmores with you and they're alive. Now Arthur Glenmore, of course, he's kind of, determined between with you and unknown. So obviously Arthur and his soldiers being with you is more of an advantage, but you look at the choices between, having them with you, you look and see that 28.7% of people will have the Glenmores coming with you. I mean, that's a low number, so that means the majority will not have the Glenmores with them. And if they are dead, dead, then we'll have most people not having the Glenmores. I mean, I like Arthur. He's a pretty awesome character, and for me to actually not have him with me, it makes me scared of what happened to Arthur if I left him at Ironrath, because he could be dead, but he could be fine, because there's no bodies laying around everywhere, so he probably just, you know, surrendered and took them prisoners. So that could be it. So that could be what's going to happen, maybe. So look at it that way. Have a positive attitude on what's going to happen if you left them at Iron Raft. I hope they're all fine. I'm just hoping that Telltale doesn't really surprise us and be like, hey, here's Ramsay flaying Arthur. That would be terrible. So I wonder what they have in store for the majority who actually left the Glenmores at Iron Raft, because, you know, 73% left them at Iron Raft and they're not there anymore. So that's kind of worrying. I mean, I want my Glenmores to be okay. I worked hard to actually get them on my side, because agreeing to take out Griff is hard work and I don't want them to be gone. So tell me your thoughts about where the people are of Iron Raft, where the commoners, where the small folk are. Where is everyone? Even Elena. They better not hurt Elena. I swear to God, Ramsay, if you hurt Elena, I am gonna come for you. You're gonna die. I don't care how canon you are, you're gonna die. So tell me your thoughts about, you know, where the commoners are, where the Glenmores and everyone else who was stationed at Iron Raft, where are they? Because Ramsay Snow definitely brought his army to go ahead and take Iron Raft and leave it with nothing. So fingers crossed that for me, the Glenmores will be okay, and that Duncan will be okay, and everybody else who was left there, mostly Elena. That's my waifu. She better be unharmed. So thank you guys for watching once again. It's been InfernoKun with a Game of Thrones discussion. Comment down below what you guys think and comment for any suggestions on discussions. This has been InfernoKun once again. Subscribe for more, and I'm out.
See something you like?